Hi Leo, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your reading for the second half of December from the 16th through the 31st. Issues and confessions from your person. What is it that they're thinking about you and the connection at this point? General reading, as always, guys, it won't resonate with every single person, so please do take from this what makes sense for you, release the rest, and if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box. And of course, I will include a link to the decks and creators that you see here today, Leo. So let's get started. These are the 3 decks that we will be using for the focus messages here today. These first 2 are by Fire Witch Tarot. The first is a deck called Issues, and this is called What's Brewing, Spilling the Beans. And so we'll grab a card from each deck here, and lastly we'll grab one from here, the Counterparts Oracle deck by Bridget of Divine Essentials. So I'm going to set these guys aside for now, and we'll start with the Issues deck to get things started for you and your person. And of course, cross watchers and anyone else who's been guided to watch this reading is certainly welcome. All right, Leo, so let's begin. Let's take a look and see what needs to come forward for you. All right, so what is your first focus message here? I'm guided to this one. Verbal abuse constantly curses you out. So if you've been dealing with somebody like that who treated you in that way, if that's something that you can relate to, that is coming through already. Okay, so very specific issue there that's coming through for some of you guys, because not everybody's going to have to deal with that. But if you do relate to that, it's presenting itself here. So let's go ahead and grab one from the What's Brewing deck here for Leo. All right, this one is grabbing my attention. Love story, once upon a time. So it's interesting how it says once upon a time, because I kind of feel at one point in time things were really good between the two of you, where it was like this perfect love story. And as time unfolded, things ended up being more challenging. You know, they're verbally abusing you, constantly cursing you out, if that's something that you have had to deal with in your partnership with this individual. All right, so we'll set that over here, and then we'll go ahead and grab your third focus message for this reading. All right, let's see what else here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. I'm guided to this card here. You have made me feel so much. I'm just so blown away by you. You know, I'm not surprised to see that, because again, the love story at one point in time was fantastic. You guys have this strong bond between the two of you, and maybe you're unlike anyone else that they've ever met before, Leo. But with these challenging issues from this particular card, constantly cursing you out, verbal abuse, that is definitely putting a damper on the connection. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else needs to come forward here. So we'll grab some messages from the Sacred Healing Journey deck. This is by Angelic Revelation 144. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. Issues and confessions. When it comes to you and your person, what are they thinking about for the second half of December here? It was great at one point in time. So what happened? Look at that. See, wedding, soul, marriage. Some of you guys could have been married to this person, or you were married, so to speak, in your soul, like in your hearts. You guys were bonded together in this way. So it doesn't have to be an actual marriage, although for some of you it was. Now look at this next card. We've got divine soul connection, past life healing. So some of you guys might have even connected in a past life where it was very special. You guys were bonded in that way. But something happened here. You know, it was a wonderful love story once upon a time. You made them feel so much. That's coming through here. And for some of you guys, maybe you're still married to this person, but they're verbally abusing you, if that applies, and you know, you don't appreciate that. That could be reversed too for some of you, where you could be the one that's verbally abusing someone. So, you know, obviously you'll know if that applies to you. Okay, so let's see what else. What else needs to come through here? The masculine. Okay, so it could be the divine masculine who is highly affected by this, especially if you guys are in separation from each other. Or it could have been the masculine that contributed to why things are being challenged right now. And of course, part of that interpretation could be that the masculine was the one verbally abusing the feminine. Doesn't have to be, but you know, it could be for some of you. We do have shadow side, okay, working through the darkness in the shadows. So it could be that this masculine has to do some shadow work in order to address their issues if they're abusing you in any way, feminines, whether it's verbally or any other way. It could be physical abuse for some of you. If that's something that you are dealing with in your love connection with this person, that has to be addressed first and foremost. And they could also have some issues from the past, their upbringing, from past relationships that have caused them to be in this dark energy. And then we've got emotions coming through right here. Wanting to make an offer, but fears rejection. So if you're feminine tuning in, and if your masculine has been causing issues, for example, in the relationship, and maybe part of this offer is to want to rekindle the partnership, wants to work it out, wanting to make an offer to reconcile, but maybe they are afraid of being rejected by the feminine. Okay, that could go both ways, of course, too. But we do have manifestation, mystical, the magic of you. So can this relationship manifest itself towards union? Absolutely. Get you guys past the hurdles and challenges that you might be dealing with right now. The holiday season is certainly a very magical time of year for some people. But look at this, okay? We have abandoned followed by lone wolf, okay? So I can't help but feel for some of you guys, your masculine abandoned the connection. And as this card says, unable to give to another due to needing to heal old wounds and trauma. And that goes back to that shadow work that perhaps this masculine needs to address. And so in the meantime, they are this lone wolf. They are walking this path by themselves because you guys are more than likely not together. Or you're together, but going through some major challenges in this partnership. Very difficult. All right, so let's add to this, guys, with some messages from the Fated Love deck. This is by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. So let's see what else needs to come through here for Leo. Angels and spirit guides, please. All right, what else needs to come through here? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. What is your person thinking about you in the connection? Second half of December. Let it flow. Okay, maybe they're just willing to go with the flow at this point in time. That doesn't necessarily mean union for some of you guys. It just means that they're kind of just allowing life to unfold the way it's meant to right now. Love is transforming. I feel this is a transformation that is much needed for some of you guys because of the challenges that you have gone through. I mean, having to deal with somebody who abandoned the connection, somebody who's not fully emotionally invested in the partnership, somebody who's got some shadow work that they need to do, someone who's verbally abusing the other. So there are challenges that are definitely presenting itself here. But you know, that's a good sign. If love is transforming, that's actually a really good thing. Now look at this next card. We have ghosting, and it's falling right below the masculine. So it could have either been the masculine who was ghosted, or it could have been the other way around. Either the masculine was ghosted or the masculine was the one that did the ghosting. Could go either way. But we do have harmony. Look at this. Harmony, divine timing. So in time, things can harmonize once again. In time, things will smooth out. In time, perhaps you will be given the opportunity to reconnect and try to overcome the challenges of what's going on here between the two of you. What else, please, for Leo? Second half of December, from the 16th through the 31st. What else? Look at that. 2 is better than 1, and it's falling right below manifestation. I love it. And look at the next card here, guys. Reconciliation. Wow. So, where you guys are at on this journey, if there are issues tied into a partner who is verbally abusing the other, whatever role you play in that, if that's something that you resonate with, Leo, it appears that through this transformation, maybe whoever is doing this will finally get the message. It's like, okay, I better chill with that. Otherwise, this is going to be a relationship that's not going to have a second chance here. But in time, things can harmonize between the two of you. You guys are better off together than in separation. And in time, perhaps this reconciliation will be something that can manifest between the two of you. That's what's presenting itself. Okay, so let me set these guys aside because I am running out of room on this desk. We'll set that aside and let's go ahead and grab some tarot messages here. I'll refer to those cards if I have to. So this is my new deck, guys. It's called the Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, and it is tarot with a twist. And the twist here is that it contains the 78 original cards that you would normally get in any tarot deck, but I've also included new court cards as well as new oracle messages. So let's go ahead and see, Leo, what presents itself here for you. And for anyone who's interested in this deck, as well as any others that you see here today, I've provided the links to the creators for all of these decks, okay? So let's see. What else needs to come through here? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. What else? We've got the 10 of Swords. Okay, so this is already letting us know that you guys had a very painful ending here. Backstabbing, betrayal, a relationship that fell apart, somebody severed ties. I'm not surprised. Okay, so my feminines watching, you more than likely detached yourself from a masculine who hurt you, who was being abusive towards you in however way that presented itself. This was very painful right here. For some of you guys, maybe your person is an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. We've got the Baron of Water right next to that, okay? So for some of you, my feminines, perhaps your masculine was a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And it could have been, again, this masculine who hurt you and created this very painful ending, that 10 of Swords. You know, there's a reason why it says this. The love story, once upon a time, was wonderful. It was great. You guys had this divine soul connection. There was this soul marriage, either an actual marriage or, you know, in your hearts, you guys were married to each other and really devoted and committed to each other. The Baron of Water is someone who is meticulous, very detail-oriented. They're very perceptive. They go after what it is that they want. They tend to live a happy, content life. They tend to be a very happy individual. They spread that happiness to the people that they interact with. They are good company. This is somebody who's fun to be with. They are a cheerful husband if you guys were married, and a fun dad. Okay, that's the part of the energy of the Baron of water. However, because it's next to the Ten of Swords, they could have been all of those things at one point in time, and as time passed, maybe they changed. They weren't the same person that you were with initially. And then look at this. We've got the Ten of Cups, okay? So, I mean, this is a card of people that more than likely have been married. The Ten of Cups can represent marriage, and we do have soul marriage right there. So if you resonate with that, again, either you were married for real, or you felt like you were married to this person. You felt like they were your soulmate. This was your person in this lifetime. You felt that divine love with this individual. They were your dream come true. They fulfilled your every wish. Everything was great. But somewhere along the line, you guys had that Ten of Swords, which was very painful. There could have been third-party situations here. There could have been infidelities. The relationship fell apart. It was good at one point in time, and then it just fell apart. We do have Archangel Chamuel coming through. I am the angel of peaceful relationships. I can help bring the right person into your life, your ideal mate. I can help you become closer with your current partner. I can help you heal any conflicts in your relationships, attract new love, and strengthen your existing connections. If you crave intimacy in your life, I can assist with that too. So this is a perfect card coming through with the proper assistance that you need, considering what's presenting itself here, Leo. So Archangel Chamuel is here to help bring peace and restore peace in your partnerships. Now look at this very interesting message. We've got the Angel of Darkness. And remember, we've got the shadow side right there, working through the darkness and the shadows. Okay, so let me read this. Aren't you tired of being in the shadows? Why are you here? Misery loves company, they say. Is that the reality that you want to encapsulate within you? How long do you plan on staying? I'm here to help guide you through this very dark time in your life, but only when you are ready to break free from the chains that bind you. It's time to do that shadow work. When you are ready, I will help lead you down the road where the sun is waiting to shine for you. You see, there's somebody here, more than likely this masculine, because that's what's presenting itself here. They need to do that shadow work. They can't keep pushing those issues under the rug. It needs to be addressed. If they've got abandonment issues from their upbringing or prior relationships where people really hurt them and they need to heal that part of themselves, the only way towards healing and ascension is through that shadow work. There's no way around it. Okay? And so it's fitting that we've got the Devil card right there. That's the next card. So some of you guys might be dealing with a Capricorn here. So the Devil's energy, bondage, depression. It could be someone who's dealing with addictions, depression, unhealthy attachments. And interesting again, because the Devil is picking up off of the energy of the shadow self, shadow side. That's why the Angel of Darkness is here. It can represent unhealthy relationships. It can represent mental health issues for some people. Feeling trapped. Feeling obsessed about unhealthy things. Okay? So that could have been part of the issue for some of you and what you were dealing with, and that contributed to this Ten of Swords and why it ended so perhaps abruptly or very painfully for some of you guys. But Archangel Chamuel is here to restore this partnership and hopefully bring about this reunion that the Ten of Cups can bring in. So I'm kind of feeling that there's still hope here, despite having a painful ending here. So let's go ahead and add some dialogue to this. This is my Thinking Man Oracle. This is the Volume 2 deck. So let's grab some dialogue from the Divine Masculine here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. So let's see. What does the masculine have to say to the feminine? Since we already have that masculine card coming through. Maybe they realize the error of their ways. Maybe they haven't. We'll see. We've got yes, yes, yes. Yes, they want to come back. Yes, they want to fix this. Yes, you are the love of their life. Yes, they recognize that they've got shadow work that they need to do. Yes, they are afraid of rejection. Yes, they want to manifest this. So many things that could be picking up off of that card. I've been keeping tabs on you. Are you keeping tabs on me? That could be the case for some of you guys, keeping tabs on each other on social media or checking up on each other through friends, family. From the masculine, my heart is yours. And maybe my feminines, you really needed to know that. Especially if there were infidelities or third-party situations that some of you guys have dealt with. But I mean, it's already represented here. They want this reconciliation with you. Divine timing. Look at this next card. You know, obviously only take it if it applies. She's so different from you. She doesn't laugh at my jokes or appreciate my efforts. She doesn't look at me, touch me, hold me, care for me, or love me the way you did. What have I done? So they've got some regrets. This masculine, if you resonate with this, my feminines, your masculine has some major regrets over someone else that they chose over you. Damn. Last one. I may look tough on the outside, showing the world that losing you is no big deal. On the inside, I'm a fucking mess. I believe it. They might be putting on that facade, you know, that poker face like, oh, I'm good. Life is good. I'm handling it, which is bullshit because they're not. They're a mess because of the fact that you guys are not together or that they recognize their role in what contributed to the demise of this partnership, why you guys had this 10 of Swords. You can have that 10 of Cups again, but you guys need help towards this reconciliation. You need help to be able to achieve that again. And that's where Archangel Chamuel steps in, as well as the Angel of Darkness here, to help get this person who is in the shadows to get out of the shadows and put in the work that's necessary here. So let's give the feminine the opportunity to respond. This is my woman's intuition deck. Okay, so focusing on the divine feminine messages here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. All right, what else do we need to know here? All right, feminines, what do you want to say? I love you. Okay, so despite it all, you still love your masculine. What else for the divine feminine? Hey, handsome. So you're still very attracted to your masculine. The attraction is still there. Look at this next message, guys. I love you. That's all. There's a lot of love here from the feminine, despite everything that's happened. I know you miss me. I know you love me. I don't need you to tell me. I feel it. So you guys still have this divine soul connection right there, despite the distance, despite the separation for some of you guys. My feminines, you still feel your masculine's energies. You know they're a mess. Maybe you know that. And lastly, you and me, we're not perfect, but we're perfect together. Okay? So there are still parts of this connection that are pretty amazing still, and it can be salvaged with a little bit of assistance from Archangel Chamuel especially. All right, guys. So we'll go ahead and grab some insight from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle here. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what else needs to come through for you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. What is your person thinking about you and the connection second half of December? Issues, confessions. What else do we need to know here, please, for Leo? What do we have? Someday. Okay. I'm not surprised to see this, guys, because again, we've had a 10 of Swords moment here, which is betrayal. backstabbing, painful endings, collapse. Okay, so this is what's coming through. And perhaps my feminines, you can relate to this. You only see the part of me that I let you see. The tough exterior, the poker face, no sign of the hurt that you put me through. I'm never going to let you see how fragile I still am on the inside, that there's still a part of me working on healing and my personal growth. I'll be okay without you eventually. Okay, so when you guys had that 10 of Swords and that very painful ending, perhaps, my feminines, this is where you were. That is a part of your journey, that very painful journey that you ended up taking. And basically, you don't need this masculine to be able to live your life and be fulfilled. But you still love this masculine, which is why it's been very difficult for you. And you're trying to just let this masculine know how strong you are, but on the inside, maybe you feel like you're a fucking mess too. They sure are. We have ripped. I've never known the kind of love that could break me open to such depth of emotion, passion, and feelings until you came into my life. Knowing that we belong together and yet unable to bring desire and my dreams into reality, it breaks my heart into a billion shattered pieces. So what I'm kind of feeling here for the masculine is that when they ended up hurting you, my feminines, they ended up breaking their own heart. They ended up hurting themselves. We have free. You've had my heart right from the start. My heart comes with no conditions, no boundaries, no color lines, no restrictions. It belongs to you, all of it. Together, our hearts become one. Together, our hearts are free to love, to live, to just be. And of course, this can be for same-sex relationships as well. And again, guys, there's a potential for that reconciliation to happen. Absolutely. Let's grab one more. One more message, please, for Leo. Look at that. We have more. Okay. So this card says, I was sure what we had wasn't the love I was looking for, that it was something that I could find with someone else who could offer me more. More love, more sex, more of everything I was looking for. Someone who had more, wanted me more, needed me more. Now there's nothing more I want than to come back to the someone who had it all to begin with. That's you, Leo. And they want to know, is it too late? It's your call. Look at this bottom deck, guys. We've got lies, okay? So this could be my masculine right here saying all this, or at one point in time, this is what they tried to convince themselves. Let me read it to you. I'm tough. I'm independent. I don't need anyone. I certainly don't need you. Your love, your touch, your kiss, none of that ever meant anything to me. My life is sunshine and rainbows each and every day. Who the hell needs the kind of love that you and I shared anyway? So when I created this deck, this is what I like to call my bullshit card, because it's full of lies. They're trying to convince themselves of all of these things when in fact, deep in their very soul, they love you. Okay? So they're trying to feed themselves all of these lies, and that's all it is, a bunch of lies. Not their reality, because their reality, their truth is that they want you back, they love you, and maybe it took losing you for them to realize that. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some insight from the Lover's Oracle here, Leo. One fallen out already, okay? This one says power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Absolutely. Absolutely. You have the power to decide for yourself whether you want this person back or not. Because for what you've been through here, somebody might have abandoned you, somebody was verbally abusing you, or even physically abusing you, if that applies. And you might have been dealing with a person that was just very difficult to deal with, but that's because they've got so much that they need to be able to fix within themselves through that shadow work. Behaviors, emotional wounding, self-sabotage. They have to address that within themselves. So don't give your power away. You have the power to say no, to say yes, to walk away. It's totally your call. All right, so for Leo, please, angels and spirit guides. Second half of December, what do we have? You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Well, Jesus, you've already been through that turmoil with that 10 of Swords. So, as a result of this experience, Leo, you now have blessings that will be revealed to you when the time is right. Okay, remember, we've got divine timing right there. So it will be revealed to you when the time is right. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Okay, so the love is clearly still here between the two of you. All right, Leo. So let's wrap things up here, guys, with the Universal Heart Oracle guidance from Spirit, your guardian angels, and ancestors. This is a deck by Angelic Revelation 144. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. Some final thoughts here for this reading for the second half of December. It's my very last reading for you guys for the second half of December. But who knows, I might still be inspired to do more readings before the end of the year. I'm saying it's the last reading, but maybe not. We'll see. All right, so let's grab one or two messages from this deck for you. It may or may not have anything to do with your love life. This is simply whatever your angel guides, your spirit guides want to leave you with to wrap this reading up. Okay, here we go. We are encouraging you to think outside of the box and inspiring you creatively. We are supporting you to make big changes in your life at this time. Although it may feel that you are coming up against many obstacles and barriers, we will support you to break through them all. You may be moving, relocating, or traveling in the near future. These experiences are all designed to ensure your human needs are met in abundance in all ways. I love it. And that abundance, I feel, Leo, will follow you through into the new year. So let's grab one more. I'm guided to grab one more for you. Okay. A new friend or romantic interest is likely to come closer to you. This may make you feel nervous and excited because this is an unexpected deepening of emotions. You want to present your best self. Spirit reminds you to just be genuine, your most authentic self. You magnetically attract this person just by being yourself. Their captivation is obvious, and this person will be a beautiful addition to your life. So, if, for example, whoever it is that you're thinking about for this reading, if they don't get their shit together, then you've got somebody new coming in. Your romantic life will not be boring heading into 2021. Leo, you're going to be okay no matter what happens here. But I do feel for those of you who are focused on a particular person, you want them back. They want to come back. We've got that reconciliation card that's represented there. But, you know, just have some patience because it does come down to divine timing there. So if it doesn't happen before the end of the year, just hang in there because there's still a chance that things might culminate towards this reconciliation when the time is right. Okay, but it does look to me that there are some pretty amazing things that are coming in for you in your life, not just your love life either, Leo. Okay, so it looks pretty promising. Be open to the blessings that the new year has in store for you. Okay, guys, so that's where I'm going to end this one. And for those interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below. And that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. And I will see you next time. Take care.